Happy Thanksgiving. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make this delicious, well-seasoned, well-tasty turkey with an amazing sauce to go with it. All right, this turkey was so juicy. So right here I have a honeysuckle white young turkey. I am going to clean up the parts that I don't need, like those little fat and skin hanging off, and remove the stuff from the cavity. I'm also going to just rinse this in some vinegar, and then I'm going to pot dry and proceed to make my seasoning. All right, so if you don't rinse your turkey, that's fine. Go ahead and do whatever you normally do, but I'm going to rinse mine with some vinegar. Okay, so after cleaning this and rinsing it, I'm going to pot dry, and then we're going to proceed to making a homemade seasoning. For my homemade seasoning, I'm going to be using some scallion. I'm using 2 Scotch bonnet pepper. These peppers, they're hot, but they're not overly spicy, just a nice flavor. And I'm adding some scallion, rosemary, thyme, and some onion. All right, and these rosemary, I picked them fresh from my backyard, but I also have some dry rosemary that I'm going to use in my butter. All right, so I'm just going to chop these and I'm going to add them to my blender. Before I add them to my blender, I'm also going to juice 2 orange juice to blend with this seasoning, and also a tablespoon of vinegar. So I'm going to add my orange juice, a tablespoon of vinegar. Usually when I'm making a jerk seasoning, I would add more vinegar, but I already have jerk seasoning. This is just some additional homemade stuff. I'm also adding 2 packets of sazon Goya. This is going to add some color to your turkey and also some added flavor. All right, so I'm going to add a tablespoon of oil, vegetable oil, and then we're going to blend this. All right, so we're going to blend it up, and then we are ready to season our turkey. I am also going to add garlic, but the garlic is already minced, so I am going to add that afterwards. All right, we can't cook this turkey without adding some garlic. Garlic is flavor, garlic is life. I know I on my live stream the other day on Facebook, some persons were saying that they don't like garlic, but trust me, add garlic when you're seasoning your meat. It adds a nice flavor. Now I'm adding a tablespoon of chicken bouillon. I'm adding some Italian herbs. I'm adding a tablespoon of my dry jerk marinade, my dry jerk seasoning. We're going to mix that up. I also added a teaspoon of creole seasoning and a teaspoon of Cajun seasoning. I don't know where that clip went. Now I'm adding some paprika. I'm adding some sage, some rosemary, and I'm also adding my spicy jerk marinade, just a tablespoon, because we don't want this to be too spicy. If you're all about the spice, you can add 2 tablespoons. All right, so we're gonna mix that up. I already went ahead and I pierced 2 incisions in the chicken breast. You don't have to do that, but I did it in a way. I didn't cut the skin because I want the turkey to remain looking beautiful. So I went under the skin and I made 2 incisions on each side of my chicken breast, just so that this marinade can go down in that chicken breast, because I know chicken breast is hard to flavor. But trust me, this we had this yesterday for dinner and it came out lovely. All right, so I am placing this marinade on the inside of the breast, under the thighs and legs, in the cavity. Every part of this turkey is well marinated with this homemade seasoning. All right, because this is a big bird and you want to make sure that it is well flavored and well seasoned. So I promise you, everything that I use here was perfect for this size bird, and it wasn't salty and it wasn't too spicy. The flavor was just right. All right, so for additional moisture, continue watching. I'm going to show you how I keep this bird moist while I am baking it. All right, so right here I'm just showing you how well seasoned this turkey was, with all the spices and all the herbs, and I'm keeping that hook on the legs while it's cooking. So now I'm going to transfer it to a smaller container and place it in the fridge until the next day. So here we go again, cups. Then I have my favorite pot, my Dutch pot. It's my Dutch pot cups then, and it's multi-purpose. As you can see, I'm gonna store my turkey in it because it's the only thing that I can fit the turkey and can fit in the fridge. All right, so I'm gonna make sure that I wrap it properly with some foil paper, and then we're going to place it in the refrigerator overnight. So before we go to bed, I'm just gonna make sure that I clean my kitchen counter where I was handling the turkey. Make sure that I clean it properly. So it's the next day, and I have here 1.5 stick of butter, and I'm adding, and this is unsalted butter by the way, and I'm adding some orange zest. You can use lemon zest as well if you have that at home. All right, so I am adding some dried thyme, some dried rosemary, and just a pinch of sage, and this is what's going to keep my turkey moist, this butter. So for the stuffing, I have some red, orange, and green bell peppers. I have some celery. I have some baby carrots, a piece of rosemary, and scallion and onion. We're gonna stuff that all in on the inside, and then we're gonna wrap this back with some foil and place it in the oven. I already have my oven preheated at 350 degrees. If you're watching and you're planning to do this very same recipe, you don't have to use the same stuffing that I have. Whatever you have at home that you normally use to stuff your turkey, you can go ahead and do that. All right, so I'm adding some butter on the inside, under the breast, under the thighs, just to make sure that my turkey remains moist while it's baking. And remember, the size of your turkey determine how long it takes to cook and at what temperature. All right, so I'm adding the remaining butter on the top and the remaining marinade, and then I'm going to neatly wrap this with a foil and then pop it in the oven. Usually it's not recommended to use foil on your food when it's going in the oven, but sometimes you don't have any choice. So after 2.5 hours, I remove it from the oven. I'm gonna remove it from the tray and then throw off the liquid that was produced. And this liquid was full of herbs, so you don't want to waste it. I'm gonna use it to make my gravy. I'm adding some mango habanero sauce, some ketchup, some barbecue sauce, and also some jerk sauce. After which I'm going to boil it on my stove for 5 minutes, and then I'm going to put it on my turkey. After that, I will put it back in the oven without the foil so that it can have that nice roasted look, yeah, and remain moist. So that's what we're gonna do. All right, and then I'm going to continue with the making of my sauce, because I'm going to add some cranberry sauce to this, and trust me, you don't want to miss that step, because this is going to add the finishing touch to your gravy. So to all my friends that say they don't like the taste of turkey, trust me, you're going to love this one. So right here I have my can of cranberry sauce. I'm adding it to my homemade sauce, and we're going to pop it on the stove. All right, and allow it to cook. So as you can see, it's kind of thin. So I'm going to make a slurry with a teaspoon of flour and 2 teaspoons of water, and I'm going to add it to my sauce to thicken. All right, so in 5 minutes your sauce is ready, and in 30 minutes my turkey is back out of the oven and it's looking beautiful. There's no burn, it's beautifully roasted, and I am going to put it on a tray to show you how I decorate it. So you don't have to go all out for the decoration of your tray. If you have some fresh cranberries or some lettuce, whatever you have at your home, whatever veggies, you can go ahead and use it. I had some broccoli and carrots, so I steamed that and use it to decorate my tray along with a few orange slices. All right, so whatever vegetable you already have at your home, just use your decorating skill and decorate your turkey platter. All right, so I am going to cut this turkey to show you what it looks like. So thank you guys so much. If you have made it to the end of this video, you are a real OG. Thank you for watching. You can see how juicy and how well spiced this turkey is with all the sage, rosemary, thyme, and all the good spices that I put on here. It tasted so good. All right, thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't subscribed as yet, and don't forget to share a plate for your friends and your neighbors. All right, don't keep this juicy turkey to yourself. Thank you all so much for watching. Have a happy Thanksgiving, a Merry Christmas, a Happy New Year. May God continue to bless you and your home, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Oh, also, if you try this exact recipe, please come back and leave a comment so that I can know your opinion and what you thought of it. All right, thank you all so much for watching.